broadcasting live from the studios of ESPN Radio Winchester. It's time for the Afternoon Handoff. Hosted by the voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Local stories, real conversations, Southern Middle Tennessee sports, straight from the source. This is the Afternoon Handoff.
And welcome. It is Wednesday, hump day. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check us out. It's just me that first hour, but you're going to want to tune in hour number 2. I've got the Reaper, Carolina Ferguson, young lady, talented young basketball player, sweet young lady, future South Middle School Trojan, I've been told, is going to be in studio with me in hour number 2 this afternoon, and you're going to want to tune in for that. The Reaper was on with me about a month or so ago, and maybe a little bit longer. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun. But the Reaper will be back with me here this afternoon. Going to talk about she had an amazing little trip over the weekend. I've been playing a lot of travel league basketball, and I was jealous of the trip, so I reached out and invited her to stop back by. Was excited that she agreed, and so look forward to talking with the Reaper in hour number 2 tomorrow. Coach Peyton Miller from North Middle School is going to be stopping by on her way to the CTC track meet. So we're going to talk about what's going on the rest of this week sports-wise here shortly. But just know tomorrow at Franklin County High School, there is the CTC track meet. North and South will be competing in that, along with East and West, and I think Coffee County. But anyway, local kids, great opportunity to get out there. And a big thank you. Coach Miller agreed to stop by on her way over to the meet. It starts at 4. She's going to be in with me on hour number 1 at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And then Friday, we've been talking a lot about the 5th Annual Southern Spring Thaw Poker Run that's coming up not this Saturday but next Saturday. And Jay Cool, Z, is going to stop by. Got a chance to talk with him back around Christmas time. Like I said, back then it seemed like April was forever away, but it is upon us. We're a week and a half away from the 5th Annual Southern Spring Thaw Poker Run. And they're going to have Z in studio with me. I don't know if he's bringing Newcomb with him, the Punisher. If he brings somebody with him, they'll have a cool nickname. You can count on that. And look forward to talking with Jay on hour number 1 on Friday. And so there you have it. All kinds of neat stuff. I got to say, I guess, if we're talking about that, I want to make sure that we mention, Monday was a good time. Got a chance to talk with Joe. We wrapped up the championship, the NCAA championship game, the preview. The bracket wound up being won by Jeff Matthews. Jeff came by yesterday. A $100 gift card from Domino's. Thank you to our friends over there at Domino's. I placed my order with Jeff. He has not shown back up with my Philly cheesesteak pizza just yet. But Jeff, I love you, my friend, and I'm not giving up on you yet. But congratulations. And then yesterday had some ladies on from Step It Up Dance Studio. Enjoyed getting a chance to talk with Jada and Briley and Lainey, Charlotte, and Zoe. And we'll be keeping you up to date with some of the stuff they've got going on. But again, welcome. It is Wednesday. It is the Afternoon Handoff. One of the things that I like to do every day. Oh, you hear Rosie in the background. I'm being attacked. But one of the things that I like to make sure that we do every day, at least once, I try to do it twice, is I tell everybody to I ask you to come out and support our Franklin County athletes. And in order to make that easier on you, we like to make sure that every day we share who's playing, who they're playing, what time they're playing, and where they're playing. And then that way you can make plans to get out there and show your support. Last night I got a chance to watch a little bit of Franklin County High School boys soccer. Watched for a little while. I was over at. I did sit in. Wound up sitting in for the girls, Franklin County Middle School girls softball game. It was tough. That was had a couple of those girls on the show with me a couple of weeks back, and out getting the chance to show a little sport. Tough season, but gosh, a lot of heart, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And so today is Wednesday. In the fall, we get a little spoiled because it's kind of weird. During football season and basketball season, there aren't a whole lot of games that happen on Wednesday, which is nice. Gives you a chance to go to church and kick back in the middle of the week. But during the spring season, lots of things going on. We do have 2 activities going on across the county today, but both are on the road. So there's no home action. Andrew Woodcock says hello. Hey, Andrew. Love you, neighbor. Thanks for saying hello. But we have 2 activities going on today. Neither are at home. Franklin County Baseball, it's varsity only. They're heading over to Lincoln County today. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And then the Franklin County High School track team, they left a couple hours ago, heading down to Chattanooga, a big high school track meet at Howard. And so very excited about that. That starts at 4 o'clock, but now that's 4 o'clock Eastern. And so they'll be starting to throw that discus and that stuff around, pole vaulting and high jumping and all the running and all the fun stuff here in about 50 minutes. So good luck to those teams today. And then tomorrow, it gets it's busy. Thursday has the Franklin County Middle School softball. I told you I went and watched the ladies play yesterday. They'll be at home again tomorrow, 5 o'clock first pitch. This will be fun. It's Franklin County Middle School and Huntland. And so it's a great opportunity for you to get a chance to see all the middle school softball players here in our county play against one another and with one another. So make your way out there tomorrow night. I think tomorrow's Thursday. I think that's on my radar tomorrow. I think I may get out there and try to check that out. Franklin County Middle School baseball is at home tomorrow. Lincoln County is coming to town. A big district matchup. They'll have a first pitch at 5 o'clock. Franklin County Middle School boys soccer at 5:30, heading over to Tullahoma. Now, this is important because when you think Franklin County and Tullahoma, that's a big, big rivalry. But, the way, and it's, man, I can't ever keep up and can't really ever explain why or how. But the way that the district realignments fell out, Franklin County and Tullahoma are not in the same district in soccer, boys or girls. And so this is a rare time that you'll get an opportunity to see the Franklin County Middle School boys play Tullahoma. Big game. They'll kick off at 5:30. Huntland High School softball is heading over to Fayetteville tomorrow on Thursday. They'll have a first pitch at 5:30. Franklin County High School softball on the road. They're heading over to Giles County, again with a 5:30 first pitch tomorrow. North Middle School track meet, I mentioned this a little bit ago. Coach Peyton Miller from North Middle School track, head coach, will be stopping by the afternoon handoff tomorrow at 2 on her way over to Franklin County High School. It is the CTC Middle School meet, and that means North and South will be running. They'll have East and West will be involved, and Coffee County as well. And I think Warren County, the CTC changes a whole lot too. In fact, technically, the CTC is only still around in our area, I believe, in track. Neither of our middle schools neither of our middle schools play any other sports in the CTC. They're not in the football CTC conference anymore. The basketball wasn't the CTC. It was District 12. I mean, it's a lot of changes, hard to keep up with. But that said, they'll be running the CTC middle school track meet over at Franklin County High School tomorrow. That starts at 4 o'clock. Franklin County High School boys soccer will be at home tomorrow. They'll have a kickoff at 5 o'clock. I'm not sure who they're playing. And then Franklin County tennis is going to be back in action tomorrow. They're heading over to Lakewood Country Club in Moore County. Those tennis matches will begin at 3 o'clock. They're on my radar. Next time they're here at home, I'm going to try to get out and check them out. I've heard some good things, but I haven't got a chance to see them with my own two eyes, and so that's something that I definitely want to do. And then it continues on Friday. Franklin County High School baseball is heading over to Sequatchie County. They'll have a JV first pitch at 4. Varsity will have a first pitch at 6. Franklin County Middle School baseball will be at home against Huntland. So here's your chance to see the best baseball and softball players in our entire county on Huntland and Franklin County side. We're in Franklin. Huntland and our side of the county, the north and south side. So you'll have the Franklin County Middle School softball. The girls will play Huntland here in Winchester on Thursday at 5. The Franklin County Middle School baseball boys will host Huntland's baseball boys on Friday at 5 o'clock here at home. So great opportunity to see the best baseball and softball middle school athletes that we have in all of Franklin County. And then Huntland Middle School softball will be at home also on Friday. And this is a big one. There's no JV game, but I touched on this the other day, and I encourage you to come out. There are 2 special evenings in our county for our athletes. You know, obviously, nothing compares to senior night, and I'm trying not to think about it because I'll be there next season. But nothing compares to senior night. But the second most important night for our athletes in whatever sport it is 8th grade night. And so Friday night, and gosh, it doesn't seem possible already, but Friday night will be Huntland Middle School softball's 8th grade night. No JV game. First pitch at 5 o'clock. So if you can get out there and show some support for those young ladies and really just show a little love for those 8th grade Lady Hornets. And then Franklin County High School softball, the Rebelettes are back at home for their second home game of the week. Battle Creek's coming to town. That'll be a 5:30 first pitch over on the bypass. And then it continues into Saturday, folks. Huntland High School, the baseball JV team is having a play day over at Moore County on Saturday. And then your Franklin County High School track team, I told you they better be there by now. But they are en route to Chattanooga. They're heading down to Howard today for a big track meet at Howard. They'll be back in action. They're heading to Cookeville on Saturday. And that Cookeville meet, I think I was telling you the other day, that was a lot of fun. Cookeville's in kind of that tweener land. So they'll have some, Cookeville's a huge school, but they'll have some schools that we don't get to compete against very often. There'll be a few Murfreesboro schools that sneak up there, but you'll have Cookeville, you'll have some White County, and some other schools we don't necessarily see. And I know for the track athletes, that's a lot of fun. It's it's exciting to compete against some folks that you see. If you ever go, if you're a track parent, you know what I'm talking about. And cross country is the same way. You go to the TN mile split, and it has, before the meet starts, it shows you what all schools are coming. But then what's really cool is it breaks down the individual entrants. And so it's a lot of fun to go on there a couple of days before the track meet. And I know my girls do this, but you can see who's competing in what, which is fun in and of itself. You can see who they are. You can see where they go to school. But what's really cool is right beside of that information, it will give you their stat for that event. And what's really cool is it gives you their best stat. So if you had a good meet 3-4 meets ago, and you've kind of slowed down some, it still takes your fastest time of the season and puts it out there. And that's how they're seeded for their different races and their different, how far they can throw the discus and the shot put and those kind of things, how high they can jump. And so it's a lot of fun for that. I know that the kids are looking forward to it. I hope they have a great meet tonight. We got some congratulations in store. We've had 4 school records set already this season. So if you're not paying attention, the track team is absolutely setting the standard across our sports, and they're a lot of fun to watch. It is a commitment. I always laugh, and I can always tell when somebody's at their first track meet, because you think you're going to show up at 10 o'clock and then go eat lunch when it's over. No, that is absolutely not the way that it works. But it's a full day, but it's full of a lot of excitement. It's fun to watch all the different disciplines. What's really interesting with track too that I enjoy is we have our the way the co-ops and homeschool and those kind of things work, and then other schools. A lot of folks may not be aware of this. If Huntland doesn't have a team in something, they can compete with us. And so we have some amazing athletes. We get the best of all worlds in Franklin County because we have the Franklin County high school kids. We'll get a couple of WCA kids. We'll get a couple of homeschool kids. And then we get some amazing athletes from over in Huntland as well. And we all run together under that Franklin County name. So it's pretty cool. I get to see some young men, young women that I don't necessarily get to see throughout the year at other sports, and so and I've had them on here. I've had track athletes and cross country runners and those kind of folks on here, and they are a special group. I mean, you talk about and it's fun. It's one of the most fun things about a track meet is you see somebody that throws the shot put, and they're a little bit different than the person that does the high jump, and they're a little bit different from the folks that will do the pole vault, and then hurlers, and then of course you got the confident. We'll call them the confident, the 100. And here's the thing: if it's middle school, if it's high school, if it's college, if it's the Olympics, the 100-meter dash is typically the premier event because whoever wins the 100-meter dash is typically considered the fastest person there. And so those guys and gals are a little bit special. And we've got some amazing athletes that compete in that discipline and in those. We talk about Brandon Walker a lot. The young man high jumped. Put this in perspective. I thought he was tall because he's like 6'5", 6'6". He high jumped the school record week before last, 6 feet 8 inches. He can jump over a bar that's taller than he is, and he was the tallest player on our basketball team. It's amazing. The pole vault. If you haven't seen the pole vault in person, you are absolutely missing out. And we have two. We have two kids. I try to not say that. We have two young people. We have a young lady and we have a young man that do pole vault in college right now, not back in the 70s and the 80s, the 90s. Right now, today, we have two pole vaulters on two different college teams, and that's amazing. Hurdles. I've learned to appreciate hurdles. I've got a hurdler. The triple jump. The long jump. There's so many different events and disciplines that take place, and so there's something for everybody. And it's fun to watch that kid. And here in the county, track starts really, and that's why I'll encourage you to come out. And I'm so glad Coach Miller is stopping by tomorrow. But I'll encourage you to go out to the middle school meet at the high school tomorrow. And it's so funny to watch the progression of that athlete in sixth grade. I mean, you're taking an 11, 12-year-old young man, young girl, and asking them to jump into a pit. And I laugh because my girls were long jumpers when they first started. Neither of them do that discipline anymore. But I remember the first meeting we still talk about. They're juniors in high school. We went to Riverdale, and South had 3 sixth-grade girls that were their long jumpers that day. And Riverdale is one of the best teams in this sport in the state. Very competitive team. They have a very traditional type track. So when you go to their long jump, there is from the jump line to where you actually hit sand, it's about 6 feet. And a good middle school jumper will jump 11, 12 feet the really good ones are jumping 14 to 15 feet. So 6 feet isn't that long. But we took 3 sixth grade girls, and you would have thought that 6 feet was 60 feet. And all 3 of them, and one of my daughters was one of them, so I'm not bad-mouthing anybody's kid. I thought it was adorable. All 3 of them scratched on all 3 of their runs because they didn't think they could jump that far. But what's amazing about track is they keep putting in the work, and they keep getting better, and they went to these other meets. And so, the middle school and the high school will compete at Riverdale a couple times a season. So the end of the season, we go back to Riverdale, and it was just so much fun. I'm so excited for all 3 of these young girls. They're at the end of their 6th grade year, and this isn't one of those Rudy stories where either of them won. But that's what's beautiful about track. It wasn't about winning. All 3 of them marked. All 3 of them had jumps that counted. And it was awesome. I mean, and to see that, you would have thought it was Christmas in May. They were so excited. And what's awesome about that sport that I love is they were excited for each other. I mean, the hugs and the high fives and just the smiles for days. It was a beautiful thing to watch. And so that's my track tangent. I love all the sports. I've been to baseball games this season already, been to softball games. I haven't made it out the track yet. I'm going. I've made it to a soccer game. I want to go see some tennis. I've been to a few track meets already. And so I encourage you to get out and enjoy it. It's going to be some pretty weather the rest of the week. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. And so lots of opportunities for you to get out there and show a little support. So I encourage you, and I appreciate you. And I know the kids do too. And so we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Again, I want to remind you, you got to put up with me by myself for this first hour, but you are definitely going to want to tune in hour number 2, Carolina the Reaper Ferguson. What an amazing young lady. Look forward to talking with her very shortly, so don't go anywhere. You are tuned in. It is the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Stimulant misuse can take many forms. It may involve abusing methamphetamine or prescribed ADHD medication. Both carry real risks when not used safely or under medical supervision. Prevention starts with education and open communication. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition provides tools and local resources to help families make informed decisions. When we stay proactive, we are stronger together, and we are stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org. This project is funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Hi, I'm Kristen Abraham from Abraham Art Gallery in downtown Winchester. Whether you're here for the season or here to stay, your lake home deserves art that inspires. Every month, I curate a fresh collection of artwork ready to bring home, from paintings and pottery to woodworking and journals. There's something for everyone in every style. Come browse, sip a coffee, and take something beautiful home with you. Find us on the square at 106 North High Street on Instagram, Facebook, and make sure to visit abrahamgallery.com for upcoming events.
Feeling under the weather? Need a quick checkup or urgent care? Look no further than Complete Express Care in Winchester. Our expert medical team is here to provide fast, reliable care when you need it most. From minor illnesses and injuries to lab tests and x-rays. No appointment necessary. Visit us today at 1211 Dinah Shore Boulevard in Winchester or call us at 931-967-6669. Complete Express Care. Your health, our priority.
This is Joe Abraham inviting you to join us every Thankful Thursday on the starting lineup. Chewy and I sit down with Winchester Mayor Sean Crabtree, look ahead to a huge weekend in sports, and take a moment to share what we're thankful for. It's a positive way to roll into the weekend. A little gratitude, a little sports talk, and plenty of fun. Don't miss Thankful Thursday every Thursday morning on the starting lineup.
Game on, Winchester. Good Game Arcade on the Square is your go-to spot for non-stop fun. Play on custom arcade machines packed with all of the classics and latest hits. Challenge your friends on modern consoles or dive into epic board games. Need a power-up? Grab some delicious food and an ice-cold beer while you play. Whether you're an old school Pixel Pro or a next-gen champ, Good Game Arcade is where the fun never ends. Press start and begin your adventure today at Good Game Arcade.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester, or check out everything they offer online at reliablerentalfc.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
When life hits you hard, you need someone who will stand up and fight back for you. Andy Davis, attorney at law, serves Southern Middle Tennessee in personal injury, criminal defense, family law, bankruptcy, and more. Call today to set up your free consultation, where you'll get clear answers, honest guidance, and a plan built around your needs. Online at southerninjurylaw.com. This is an advertisement. Andy Davis, attorney at law, responsible for content. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than that of other lawyers.
Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware, LLC, located on 1991 Chart Springs Road in Winchester, is the place to go for all your electrical, hardware, and outdoor needs. They are open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Do you know what you're looking for and want to know if the store has it? You can contact them at 931-967-7351 to get in touch with someone that can help. That's over on Chart Springs Road in Winchester at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware, LLC.
Franklin County's sports leader. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. From the sidelines to the square, this is the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand.
And welcome back. It is a Wednesday, a hump day edition, Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Head on over to the ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check us out. Our friends over at the Hall Furniture Superstore, as always, the first, the only ever sponsors of the live stream here on the Afternoon Handoff weekdays, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4. As always, we appreciate you listening in. We encourage you to head over there and watch and listen. And as always, you can engage. And want to invite you to tune in tomorrow morning. It is Therapy Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. Joe Abraham in studio. Chewy will be back tomorrow. So everybody will be back in full force. And as always, look forward to getting an opportunity to talk with you. So again, I said it a little bit earlier. The Reaper is going to be in with me in hour number 2. Coach Peyton Miller is going to be in with me from the North Track team tomorrow on her way to the CTC track meet. Jay Cool from the CVMA Vets Helping Vets, the 1811 Whiskey Runners, going to be in with me Friday. And so let's talk about that a little bit. We've got some stuff that's happening. And one of the reasons that we always invite you to make your way over to the ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page is because we talk about a lot of the community events and sporting events and those things that are going on, but we post that information for you. And so we encourage you to check that out. We update that. I was going to say daily. Daily doesn't really cover how often and how quickly we do that, but we do update that every day. And so one of the things that we do, a couple of things I want to make sure that we touch on here in this first hour, not this Saturday, but next Saturday on April the 18th, it is the 5th annual Southern Spring Thaw Poker Run. The CVMA Vets Helping Vets, the 1811 Whiskey Runners, and again, Jay Cool, Z is his street name. Z's going to be in studio with me on Friday, and we'll talk about this a lot more in depth at that time. But the registration, that's happening over at the VFW Post 1893. That's the VFW over there on the Lake Road. Registration will start at 9 o'clock. They'll send that first bike out at 10, and then the last bike will be back in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Only $20 per rider, only $10 per passenger. So come on out, bring a friend. All proceeds. This is a local group. All proceeds are going to support local veterans in need. And it's a great ride. It's going to start there at the VFW on the lake. Again, the first bike's heading out at 10 o'clock. The first stop will be up in Mount Eagle, Jim Oliver's Smokehouse. Second stop, they'll head over to Red Bucks in Huntington. What a cool little place that is. Third stop, they'll head over to the Harley-Davidson shop in Lynchburg, another great location. Fourth stop, Daddy Billy's in Tullahoma, another neat place. And then the last stop, you'll be back to check in, see how you did with your poker card hand at the VFW on the lake. And that just, if it wasn't for a great cause, just that route in itself would be a great Saturday. But two things, and I know I say this a lot, but it's important because they want you to know this. Everyone is welcome. It is to help local veterans. All proceeds help local veterans. You do not have to be a veteran to ride. Anyone is welcome. $20 a rider, $10 per passenger. The other thing that's very important, and this is going to come into play because Joe Abraham and Chewy committed to this several months ago, and as far as I know, we're holding them to it, and they're excited about it, by the way. When I don't want to say I'm holding them to it because that makes it sound like we're making them do it. They're excited about it, but I don't know what they're going to ride. Neither of them have a motorcycle, and that's the other thing that I wanted to tell you. You do not have to be on a motorcycle to take part in this poker run. Come out in the family minivan. Come out in your old truck. Come out. Well, you can't. The scooter might be a little bit tough there, Sammy D, to get up Mount Eagle Mountain. But whatever it is, the station wagon, it doesn't matter. If you got a minivan and you got a station wagon, it's $20 per the rider, $10 for every passenger in there, and everybody in that van gets a poker hand for $10 and an opportunity to win some amazing prizes. So first and foremost, everyone is welcome. Secondly, and just as important, you do not have to be on a motorcycle. It's all about the cause and not about what it is that you're riding on. So they'll have the famous cooler auction. They'll have live and silent auctions. They've got door prizes, live music, karaoke. If you're a little bit embarrassed because you're in you had to do this poker run in the Chartreuse microbus, well, when you get back, you'll have an opportunity to do a little karaoke and win back some respect with your version of Aerosmith or maybe a little Johnny Cash, Journey, whatever your go-to is. But most importantly, it's for a great cause. All proceeds, not some of them, all proceeds support local veterans in need. So that's going to be a great time, and we invite you to get out there and show your support for our local veterans and do it in a fun way that makes a big difference. And then the next weekend, my mother and father-in-law are very excited about this, and I know a lot of you are. This is a very popular annual event, the Belvedere Fireman's Fish Fries, taking place on April the 25th. It is fish, of course, but then you have barbecue chicken and chicken strips, hush puppies, fries, baked beans, coleslaw, drinks, delicious homemade desserts, live bluegrass music. You're going to get a chance to hear some Josh Ogle and the Old Time Christians, Damian Mason, Journey Home, Chuck Holcomb. It starts at 11 o'clock, Saturday, April the 25th. It lasts until 5. All you can eat. And all indoor seating. So that means rain or shine, this annual, well-loved, well-anticipated Belvedere Fireman's Fish Fry will take place 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. All you can eat, all indoor seating. Adults, only $15. Children, 4 to 12, $5. Under 4, get that kid a hush puppy. They're eating for free. And that's at the Belvedere Community Center, 349 Belvedere Road in Belvedere, Tennessee. And on top of, if that wasn't enough, the Belvedere Valley Lawn and Garden Pullers Association is having a pulling in competition. And that's free at the same location. And that starts at noon. So head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check out that flyer. If you have any questions, it's got some information for you to talk to somebody about the Belvedere Valley Lawn and Garden Pullers Association or for fish fry information. So looking forward to that. Hope you'll make some time to get out there and indulge a little bit too, again, for another great cause. And then later that evening, so you can go out to the Belvedere Fish Fry, sneak in a quick nap, and then head out over to the Southern Middle Tennessee Pavilion. That's the pavilion over by the Armory, over by the jail. The 5th annual Devin Owens Autism Awareness Winchester Bucking Bull Shootout. Again, April 25th. They have the Ranch Rodeo starts at 1 o'clock, and then the Bulls and Bronx, the big main event, at 7 p.m. And the entry fee for that Ranch Rodeo is only $150 per person. There's 10 teams, 4 men on a team. And then you can entry fees for the Bulls. Open Bulls, $60. The Novice Bulls, $40. Ranch Broncos, $40. And the admission, check this out. We talk a lot about wanting to find some place we can go and take our kids and see something different. Because you're not going to see somebody ride bulls and broncs just anywhere. But in Winchester on April 25th, you can. And the Ranch Rodeo starts at 1. The bulls and bronc riding doesn't start till 7. So theoretically, you're looking at 8-9 hours of entertainment, family-friendly entertainment. General admission, $15. Kids 6 to 12, $10. Kids 5 and under are absolutely free. And it's not on the poster, but Suzanne was in the studio with me, it's been a few weeks ago now, talking about this event. This is the Devin Owens Autism Awareness event. If you have a member of your family that has special needs, doesn't matter if they're 1 or if they're 101, bring them with you. They get in absolutely free. How cool was that? And then I would be remiss if I didn't tell you, I know you're still going to be recuperating from that amazing fish fry celebrating Belvedere Fireman. But as the night goes on a little bit and you start hearing that familiar growl, you feel that rumble in your tummy, James Cantrell is going to be running the concession stand there. And if you know James Cantrell, you know he can cook. And so 2 opportunities to do something meaningful for our community. The price, really, really good. The food, really, really good. The entertainment. The Belvedere Fireman's Fish Fry, you're going to get some live bluegrass music. Man, there is nothing like bluegrass music when it's live and it's good. And the lineup that they have over there, those guys are amazing. You're not going to want to miss that. And then you head over, and you're gonna see that the Ranch Rodeo is the roping and all those kind of things that you think about with the rodeo style. And then they're going to throw in the Bulls and the Bronx. Just an amazing time. It's not a crazy amount of money, and both support some incredible local events and local, that's the fire department. The poker run, that's supporting our veterans. And we are blessed in this county. You see that, twice a year when they do the Memorial Day and the 4th of July flags. We have a lot of them. A lot of folks in this county have worn the uniform of one of the branches of service for our country. I'm proud to be one of those guys, but I'm really proud to know so many of them here in this county. So you got some opportunities there. We tell you where to go get your sports fix in. We tell you where to go get in some entertainment, get some food in. Full service right here on ESPN Radio Winchester. So don't go anywhere. We are going to be right back. Once again, coming up at the top of the hour, Carolina, the Reaper Ferguson is going to be back in studio with me live. Look forward to talking with her. I know you look forward to seeing her, so don't go anywhere. Stay right here. It is ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Spring is a season of renewal, and at High Point Health System, with Ascension St. Thomas, your health is always in season. From routine checkups to advanced care, their dedicated team is here to help you feel your best today and every day. Compassionate care, backed by the strength of Ascension St. Thomas. This spring, take a moment for your health. Learn more or find a provider at highpointhealthsystem.com. High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas. Caring for you for every season of life.
Are you struggling to get real impact from your marketing dollars? That's because most local advertising is sold short term with no strategy behind it. At ESPN Radio Winchester, we don't just run ads, we build marketing plans. We focus on consistency and alignment across platforms and long-term visibility that keeps working even when your ad isn't playing. Because marketing isn't a project, it's a system. Start building your brand with ESPN Radio, 1340-1069 WCDT Winchester.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The FCHS Rebel Pride Band is inviting the community to its spring concert on Thursday, April 9th at 6 p.m. in the Franklin County High School Auditorium. This free concert will feature student musicians showcasing their hard work and preparation from the spring semester. Donations will be accepted at the door to support the band program. Community members are encouraged to attend and support the talented students as they take the stage for an evening of music. In other school news, Franklin County Schools are celebrating Assistant Principal Appreciation Week. District leaders are recognizing assistant principals across the middle schools, high school, and Huntland for their daily commitment to students and staff. Honorees include Dr. K and Mr. Davis at North Middle, Mr. Dawson at South Middle, Miss Spray and Mr. Carr at Huntland, and Mr. Cowan, Mr. Gilmore, and Mr. Conroy at Franklin County High School. Officials say assistant principals play a vital role in supporting instruction, maintaining school culture, and ensuring student success. Meanwhile, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office is continuing to warn residents about ongoing scams targeting our community. Officials report an increase in phone calls and text messages claiming to be from law enforcement or government agencies. Scammers may threaten arrest for missed jury duty, unpaid fines, warrants, or traffic violations and demand immediate payment. The Sheriff's Office reminds residents that deputies will never call and request money. Citizens are urged not to share personal or banking information, not to send money under pressure, and to be cautious of anyone demanding urgent or confidential action. Anyone who believes they may have been targeted by a scam is encouraged to contact the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Authorities also ask residents to share scam alerts to help protect others in the community. For more local news and updates, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
Farmers, gardeners, and homeowners. Franklin Farmers Co-op in Winchester is your one-stop shop from top-quality feed and seed to fencing, equipment, and even pet supplies. We have everything you need to keep your farm or home running smoothly. Our knowledgeable team is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by Franklin Farmers Co-op, conveniently located at 2229 Deckard Boulevard, or give us a call at 931-967-5511. Franklin Farmers Co-op, rooted in your success, growing with your community.
The Balls play here. This is ESPN Radio 1340-1069 WCDT Winchester. Real talk, local pride. Sports that matter here at home. This is the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand, the voice of Franklin County. On ESPN Radio 1340-1069 WCDT Winchester.
And welcome back. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio. The Reaper coming up after the top of the hour. You are tuned in, ESPN Radio 1340-106.9 WCDT Winchester. And thank you, Kelly. Has answered my question I was going to ask. I got a message, and we encourage you, head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. We live stream during the starting lineup, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., Joe Abraham and Chewy in studio. And then we live stream from 2 to 4. Thank you to my friends over at Hall Furniture Superstore. But it is a great way for you to get involved. You can watch, you can listen, and you can engage. And Kelly Rabb Bolin doing just that. I'm the only one allowed to call her Special K, but thank you, Special K, for the message. Franklin County Saddle Club is having their first horse show of the season this Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. It's over at the Estill Springs City Park. Get this, free admission. So head on over there at the Franklin County Saddle Club, their first horse show of the season this Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. Free admission. That's taking place at the Estill Springs City Park. Thank you, Special K, for listening, most of all, but for engaging and giving us some information that we can share. Absolutely free. Now, it's going to be busy Saturday, and interesting that that's taking place over there at the Estill Springs City Park, because I also know that this Saturday, one of the more frustratingly adorable, just want to squish their little cheekies, Little League Baseball, it's opening day. And so I know, and Kelly, you can help me out with this, but I know that the Little League Baseball, it's opening day there at Estill Springs. It's opening day also at Winchester. And so we'll be, I think Joe Abraham and I are dividing and conquering. If you're not careful over there in Estill Springs, I think that's the one that Sammy D committed me to come over and sing the national anthem, and I think do some of the stuff, whatever it is that they're doing. But I'm probably going to be there. Well, I am going to be there. And then I think Joe is probably going to handle the Winchester. I don't think he's going to sing the national anthem, so do not be afraid. But sorry, Joe. But that's going to be taking place as well. So it is opening week for baseball this weekend. Thank you, Kelly, for chiming in. Franklin County Saddle Club is their first horse show. Again, free admission. So those of you out there looking for something to do on this Saturday, April the 11th, and again, there are some things going on. The Franklin County High School track team, I know they're going to be heading up to Cookeville, and they've got a big meet up there going on, and so we'll keep you posted. There's all kinds of exciting things happening here in and around Franklin County, and the Reaper done come in and brought back up, and there's like 17 people coming in. She's got an entourage. This kid knows how to travel. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll get some commercials in, get that Rebel report in for you here real quick, and we'll go ahead and bring the Reaper in studio. You are tuned in. It is the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
With the latest from around FCHS and Rebel Nation.
The Rebel Report, every weekday, presented by Oaklawn Baptist Church, right here on ESPN Radio Winchester.
Welcome back to the Rebel Report.
It's been an exciting week for Franklin County athletics as our spring sports teams continue to make strong pushes towards the end of the season.
Absolutely. Let's start on the soccer field, where the boys team picked up a big district win over Lincoln County with an impressive 4-1 victory.
It was a standout night for Giovanni Mendez, who delivered a huge performance with a hat trick, counting for 3 of the Rebels' 4 goals. He was locked in from start to finish and really set the tone offensively.
And he wasn't alone. Edward Perez added another goal to seal the win and cap off a strong team effort. The Rebels looked sharp on both ends of the field and continue to build momentum at just the right time.
They'll look to keep that momentum going as they return to action Thursday night at home against Knowledge Academy. That should be another exciting matchup, so be sure to come out and support.
Switching over to the Diamond, the Rebelette softball team had a big night of their own, picking up a dominant 14-3 win over a strong Marion County team.
That's a huge statement win. Putting up 14 runs shows just how explosive this lineup can be when they get going. The offense was firing on all cylinders, and it's great to see them clicking as we head into the final stretch of the season.
No doubt about it. The Rebelettes won't have much time to slow down, though, as they're right back into action Thursday for another important conference game against Giles County.
Over on the baseball side, though, the Rebels faced off in a 2-game series against Forest earlier this week and came away with a split.
That That kind of result can be valuable during this time of year, learning from both a win and a loss as you prepare for postseason play. The team continues to compete hard and gain experience with every single game.
They'll be back on the road Wednesday night as they travel to Lincoln County, looking to pick up another strong performance and keep improving.
As always, it's a busy and exciting time for Rebel Athletics, and you can really feel the energy building as we get closer to the end of the spring sports season.
We'd like to wish all of our teams the best of luck this week as they continue working hard and building momentum heading into postseason play.
That's all for this edition of the Rebel Report. Thanks for tuning in.
And as always, go Rebels.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 AM WCDT and 106.9 FM W295 AV Winchester, serving Franklin County for over 75 years.
Well, that didn't work out as I planned. Welcome to the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. And as promised, I have brought in the Reaper. What's up? You going to say anything? Are you the quiet Reaper? What's going on?
Nothing.
Well, now, last time you came in here and talked my ear off for you, look at Mama got you squared away. I wanted you to come on. I've been, of course, since you were on the last time, you reached out and let me be part of your friend group on Instagram, so I get to watch all these basketball things and all this. Well, you had a big trip this past weekend. I was jealous. Where'd you go?
We went to Phoenix, Arizona.
What in the world? Who goes to Phoenix, Arizona on purpose?
For basketball?
And you said basketball, but here's what's cool, is you went to play, but then apparently there was a surprise. What happened? What'd you get to go see? You went, that was Friday night, right? What did you get to see on Friday night?
We watched the UConn and South Carolina play.
The Final Four. Well, let me ask you a question, because you know I'm going to. Did you get in the middle of Gino and Dawn? Did you break them up at the end of that game when they were arguing with each other? I looked for you on ESPN. I said, the Reaper's got to go down and handle this. You got to put this, nip this. How was that to watch live? Not that part. How was it to, and I'm trying to be gentle because you're a UConn fan, right? What kind of look is that? They lost. I'm a Cowboys fan. I feel your pain. You've won championships since my Cowboys have done anything. My Cowboys haven't been in the Super Bowl in 30 years. Exactly. Can you believe that? UConn's won a few championships. But was that the first time you've seen UConn play live?
Yes.
Well, how was it?
Fun.
The pictures looked amazing. What was the most exciting part about the Final Four? The corn dog. What does the Reaper eat for a snack at the Final Four game?
What some things called?
They were carne asada quesadillas.
Carne asada. What? The Reaper? Yeah, that's like first class carne asada. That's like Spanish for steak. So you didn't eat like the little. You weren't eating off the kids menu. You went all VIP. Carne asada, steak. Had some good seats. Enjoyed the game. Who all went with you?
It was just my mom, Bo, and Bobby.
So just the three of you headed out there. So I was jealous. Did it live up to your expectations? I know you didn't win, but it was still fun, right?
Yes.
So it was a good time. But now that was just an extra surprise. You went to Phoenix to play it was a weekend tournament? It was a showcase?
Yeah.
Well, which one?
Blue Star.
Blue Star. So it was a showcase event,
Yeah.
and not just anybody gets to come to this thing, right? They won't let me put my Nikes on and come shoot.
No.
Do they have a senior citizens division? Do they have my side of the gym? They still have the peach basket. After I make it, I got to climb up in the ladder and get the ball out of the basket. You know, they used to do that probably when I was your age. That's how it started. It wasn't always this cool, fancy gym type stuff that you get to play in. But how do you get invited to this Blue Star event?
I just go out and play good basketball.
That probably helps a little bit.
How did they find you?
How do they find you though? Yeah, how do they notice you and get that invite? Because I would imagine there probably weren't a whole lot of girls there. How many girls were there?
Probably about 100.
100 girls, and now that's across the country. Yeah. That's not like 100 girls out of Cowan. That wouldn't be, I'm in the top 100 basketball players on Georgia Crossing Road, but I think there's only 7 of us. But so that was exciting. I saw a picture. There was someone there that you knew.
Is Destiny.
Destiny plays on your team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where does she go to school at?
She goes to what's it called?
Unity.
Unity. Okay, so she's not coming to South with you.
No, I'm trying to get her to come.
You're still going to South though, right? I told my wife you were coming on here again, and she said she's still coming to South, right? And I know you've got at least one cousin still staying there, right? Are you excited about getting an opportunity to play with her?
Yes.
So she'll be a big 7th grader next year. You'll be there next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this Blue Star, what is it that's special about it? What is it that's different than a regular tournament?
Well, like big college basketball players went to Blue Star, and so.
Well, what was the most fun thing that happened while you were at this Blue Star? Did you play? Was it just one day? Was it 2 days? It was just one day. So what does that look like? Did they form teams and you played against one another?
They formed teams and we played against other people when we had 3 games.
3 games in one day?
Yeah, they were all an hour apart.
How'd you do?
Pretty good.
How was the shooting?
The shooting?
No, that's not good when you won't answer the question.
She was there. She was one of 3 5th graders there. So everybody else was middle school.
So one of 3 5th graders. Your buddy that you knew there on your team, she a 5th grader also?
No, she's in 7th grade.
7th grade. So you took an older kid, so you took a little bodyguard, a little backup. But you went down, so you were playing against all older kids, 3 5th graders out of 100 kids. How did you talk your mom into taking you to Phoenix?
Well, she asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, was that your first plane ride?
Yeah.
First plane ride? First UConn basketball game? You had a big weekend. What was your favorite part of the whole weekend?
Probably UConn game.
Really? Did it live up to your expectations? And I'll ask you because you guys know I'm a big Vandy fan, so I've seen the Vandy girls play a few times. I saw Vandy play LSU this year. I saw them play South Carolina girls this year as well. Love the college game at the girls basketball level. Were the girls bigger than you thought they were going to be, faster?
They weren't really bigger than I thought they were going to be. There was a few tall girls.
Well, they had the one girl from UCLA, was she like 6 feet 7 inches tall? Did you get to see her wandering around the gym? Did you get to watch both games?
We watched a little bit of the Texas and UCLA game.
You didn't care to stick around and watch?
So we had been up since 2:30.
Oh. So you watched. Did you get to meet any of the UConn players?
No.
No pictures, none of that kind of stuff. They were probably a little busy. And I think Gino's temper tantrum at the end probably didn't help anything with that, did it? What did you think about that? I'm just curious. Was it as crazy live as it was to watch on TV?
Yes. Every single time somebody made a shot, everybody was like, "Oh!"
Well, almost made you drop your steak taco. You're spoiled. I was so jealous. So what happens next? Did I see that your season has come to a close?
Yeah, our 6th grade team.
They fell apart.
Fell apart.
Yeah. For lack of a better word. So she's picking up with a team out of Chattanooga, but I think she's gonna play with Coach Jolly's 6th grade team some too.
Oh, nice. Are you? Do you enjoy the playing up?
Yeah.
Is it? And I guess I'll ask you: is it more fun to play up and get pushed harder, or do you like playing with kids your own age and dominating?
I like playing with people who are older.
That was a saying that an old coach of mine told me one time, and I've never forgotten it. If you're the best player in the gym, you need to find another gym, and that's how you get better. And so that's what you're doing with these. Do you have some other of these tournament type things in mind this summer? Or you got on, you went to Phoenix, and now you're done. You're just going to start playing in Tennessee.
I might fly somewhere else if they invite me somewhere.
well, let me ask you, if you could go to one of these things and you could play anywhere, where would you want to play? Hawaii. You don't want to go to Hawaii?
Go to Japan.
What? Where did that come from?
Well, I've been watching these videos about Japan 7-Elevens.
What? I know I'm an old dad, and I've got teenage daughters, but I've never heard of I'm still recuperating from 6-7. This 7-Eleven. What is special about a Japanese 7-Eleven?
Well, you can go in there and you can get all kinds of stuff.
They have the shrimp flavored Slurpee. They do the seaweed thing, don't they? I've got one of my Jenna loves seaweed. That is the grossest stuff. Are you a seaweed person?
Mm-mm.
What does the Reaper snack on?
Spicy stuff.
You don't like anything sweet? Are you a Reese Cups girl?
No, I'm a Hershey's girl.
How can we be friends? Well, I gotta ask you because the girls wanted me to make sure that I ask you this. So the last time you were on, you hadn't met Nicasia. And I told you I was going to make that happen. Of course, I'm a little disappointed because y'all didn't even ask me to be in the picture, by the way. Kind of hurt my feelings. I'm pretty sensitive. But y'all didn't even talk to me after that. I introduced y'all, and y'all like, you can go now, go announce something. How was it to meet Nicasia?
It was fun.
Well, she spoke very highly of you. It was so funny because I couldn't tell which one of you was more excited than the other, but she really enjoyed getting a chance to talk with you. And she's gonna be following you. She's heading off to UT Martin, and so she's excited about that. And I guess Xavier Elliott's heading out to UT Martin as well. So they're gonna have each other there. I think they're cousins. I know they're really good friends. But that's exciting. So now you've been to the Final Four. That's the pinnacle of girls basketball. So now where does the Reaper want to, are you still a UConn person? Is that still the goal?
Yes.
I'm trying to get her to go to Vanderbilt.
I'm going to go to UConn.
Why do you not like Vanderbilt?
Shay Ralph played at UConn.
Do you know?
The coach for Vanderbilt.
Oh.
She did play at UConn. Do you know who was the girls coach of the year, national? It was not the temper tantrum throwing Gino.
The Vanderbilt coach.
That's right. Shay Ralph, the coach of the year. So there's a lot of that. Is that the goal? Because you play a lot of basketball. The goal is to get to play basketball at the next level?
Yes.
WNBA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but now here's the thing. When you go to college to play ball, you got to study something. What does the Reaper want to study? can't just take basket weaving and PE. You got to take some real classes. What you want to be when you grow up? Can't play basketball forever.
An author?
An author? Really? What kind of stuff do you write?
Everything.
You're not like a horror person. Are you a comedy person?
I'm not really a comedy person. I just write random stuff.
So you're telling me that somebody called the Reaper does not have a sense of humor? You got the stink eye down. I don't feel like we're getting along as well as we did last time. Are you mad at me?
No.
You're tired? You got practice today?
No.
How many days a week are you practicing now?
Well, if I go to the team out of Chattanooga. Wait.
Yeah, we're not practicing.
Yeah, no more. So it's Tuesday and Thursday. Then I'm gonna be training with South Coach.
And it'll be 2 days a week too.
It'll be Monday and.
Is that Coach Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Now you've played with Coach Mikey before, right? Have you not played with Coach Mikey? He's a pretty cool guy. And then I heard your mom say you're gonna be playing with Coach Jolly's 6th grade team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Baylin, is she on that, or is she too old for that?
She plays for that team.
So her sister's going off to try to be some kind of high school kid. Are you excited about getting a chance? Is Baylin the one that pushes you the most? Because Baylin, she seems pretty serious about this basketball stuff. Now, I know you're pretty serious about this basketball stuff. Are you excited about playing at the middle school level?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to those north-south games?
Yes.
Did you get a chance to see some of those games this year? Did you
saw
you
a
went
lot
to
of those
you went to
games.
most of them, didn't you? That was awesome. I mean, the girls put on a show, especially considering that. And I want you to remember this because you're going to South next year. During the regular season, the Gatorettes, they run and clocked us both games, no mercy. And so, I want you to be mad about that. I want you to remember that. Of course, I'm sure that'll be talked about a lot. But then it was fun because they had that 2-week period where they played each other like 3 times. And those were a lot of fun. We did the radio broadcast of those games, and it was fun. South won a couple of them. We did pretty good. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge about playing the middle school ball? Because I know you play travel ball, so there different kinds? I guess they're a little bit different, but I would say that the travel ball, you probably are playing even older kids than you're playing in the middle school. Are you looking forward to wearing a middle school uniform and being part of that?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Are you going to be nice to the librarian when you get to South?
Yes.
Please do. She can be pretty mean.
I like reading books.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's right. You're going to be an author. Well, listen, if you quit giving me the stink eye today, I'm going to put in a good word with you, or for you, with the librarian. I know her very well. I'll be married to her 28 years this coming summer. Okay. So my wife was moved out of the 7th grade after 20 years. This is her first year in the library, and they have an amazing library. So you're going to have, and I guess I'm excited for you because, and North does too. They look the exact same, but they have beautiful gymnasiums, and you've gotten a chance to travel around and play a lot of travel ball and those kind of things. What do you think about the gyms that we have at North and South?
I think they're very nice.
It's kind of cool to have a home gym that looks that good, isn't it? Awesome. Well, listen, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with the Reaper. She's a little tired, a little grouchy, but it's so good to have her back in studio. This is the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester.
The official home of Franklin County Athletics. This is ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester.
Spring is in the air, and so are fresh new savings at Furniture Merchandise Outlet, FMO, right here in Tullahoma. Ready to refresh your space? From living rooms and bedrooms to dining sets and mattresses, FMO has the styles you want at prices you'll love. No long waits, no sticker shock. Just take it home today. Visit them at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma or browse anytime at fmotn.com. Furniture Merchandise Outlet, where spring cleaning turns into a spring upgrade.
Winchester. When our local athletes give it their all, Domino's is here to refuel the team. Swing by Domino's on South College and build your own pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 each. After the game, feed the whole squad. Grab a medium 2-topping Parmesan stuffed crust pizza, bread bites, and dips for $17.99. Or go big with 2 large pizzas and bread bites for $24.99. Quick combos, cold drinks, and deals starting at $5.99. At 668 South College Street, Domino's is proud to support our local athletes, on and off the field.
From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Pennett's Pharmacy.
After a warm afternoon, we are chilling all the way down to 45 degrees tonight. We've got some northwest winds coming in to keep you even more chilly at around 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning will be a little bit warmer in the high to mid-50s. So stay warm while you stay listening to ESPN Radio Winchester 1340-1069.
Looking for more than just prescriptions? Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester has it all. Grab a bite from our menu, browse our boutique for one-of-a-kind finds, and sip on a Bloody Marty that's worth talking about, all in one stop. Located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard, Bennett's Pharmacy is your unexpected destination for great food, fun shopping, and so much more. Call us at 931-967-2777 or come see what everyone's raving about.
From Friday night lights to championship runs, the official home of Franklin County Athletics is ESPN Radio 1340-1069, WCDT Winchester. Back to the Afternoon Handoff, powered by ESPN Radio Winchester, and hosted by the one and only voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Now, back to Johnny.
And welcome back. It is the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9, WCDT Winchester. Head on over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check us out on the Hall Furniture Superstore live stream. We've got the Reaper, a little grouchy this afternoon. She must be working on her next book. Trying to get Dad to come over here and sit in. He don't want no part of this. You just, you got a face for radio. You don't want to be on the live stream. I'm just giving you a hard time. He's bigger than me. I better be careful. I'm just teasing. I haven't seen him in a while. It's good to see him. So, Reaper, we got your mom here, and we want to talk to her a little bit about this. We just kind of went right by this Blue Star camp, and we acted like it was it's not that big a deal. But you were telling me during the break, it's been around since the 80s. Mm-hmm. Tell me what that process looks like.
Yeah, so they put out, like last fall, we're going to be doing these Rising Blue Star camps.
Right.
And it was for, I think, they were supposed to separate between 4th, 5th, and 6th, and then 7th, 8th, and 9th, right? Does that sound right? Okay. The camp that she was going to was in Coleman. So I signed her up just to get her, playing with other people, because that's the biggest thing. You might be good here, but you don't know if you're actually good until you play people from elsewhere. So, I took her down there. And I got an email the night before that they were supposed to separate the sessions. So the younger girls were supposed to be in the morning, and the older girls were supposed to be in the afternoon. But they decided to just put them all together. And they were like, if you don't want to come, we'll give you a refund. And I was like, it's the night before. Like, let's just take her.
You didn't tell me that.
Huh? Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
We don't want to scare you.
But I took her, and she was definitely the smallest one there, which is not unusual for her. But she did good. She did well. They were the coach there pushed the little girls just like he did the big girls, and I think that's super important. She scored on probably, how tall is she? 6'2"? That one girl we know was doing King of the Court right there. You stopped her from scoring too.
Court.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
How do you forget?
I know.
Scoring on somebody 6 feet
I thought
too.
you were talking about the one like
This weekend?
Like, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Coleman one.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
you know, they that ended, and I messaged the director of that that camp and was just like, you know, what do you think she should work on? You know, because I love feedback. You know.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, you know, I just love that she came out, and you know, it's about developing that love of the game for the kids that age. Well, then, let's say in January, I got an email from them inviting her to Blue Star Saturday in Phoenix, and I was just like, like that's a long way away.
Right.
But like, she works so hard, and I hate to tell her no.
Right.
When she's worked for this opportunity.
Right.
So, you know, we use that tax refund money to pay for the flight and all that, which the camp was not, it was cheap. It was like $50. But of course the flight and, you know, all that getting there. And
I feel for you. I had to spend my Thanksgiving at Disney World because
that's a good time.
Two All-American. No, it's not. 2 All-American cheerleaders. That's awful. But I get that, and you're right. I mean, you want it. That's and here's the thing. And my girls reminded me of this, so I'm telling your mom. Just kind of. And sorry, Dad, we're gonna break it to you too. I said this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and my girls said, "We haven't graduated yet. We may have to come back next year."
Yeah. Yeah, they do it every year. They do it in the Final Four city. So thankfully, I think next year.
Is that how that? I wanted to ask you that. So that's how that works. So which is a great idea.
Yes, I agree.
Makes a lot of sense. So they follow the where is the do you know where the Final Four is next year?
It's Ohio or Indiana for the women's. I can't remember, but it's one of those. So much closer, much more doable. That's a drive. You know, even if it's a 10-hour drive, we can do that.
Right.
But yeah, so this camp was a Blue Star 30 finder event. So they'll take the top 30 from that graduating class, and they'll take them to St. Louis, and they'll do a camp. And I want to say, you know, they were doing the USA women's basketball stuff down there too.
Oh, cool.
They do like 15U, 16U, 17U teams. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
That travel all over the world and compete for USA.
That's the world championships and those
I think
kind of things,
but I think it was like 12 out of 14 or 15 of the girls on that team were Blue Star 30s.
Wow. Well, now, your mom name dropped a couple of girls that were Blue Star 30s that you might be fans of. Who were some of those Connecticut girls that were Blue Star 30s?
AZ Fudd. Who else do you say?
Angel Reese was a Blue Star 30.
Reese.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they said Lauren Betts.
Yeah.
Wow.
UCLA. Mm-hmm.
I need you to remind me of something, Reaper, because I remember when you and I were talking last time, you don't think Caitlin Clark is the best player in the WNBA. In fact, you're not a Caitlin Clark fan. Who did you tell me is the better player in the WNBA? Who's your favorite player in the WNBA?
In the WNBA?
Paige Beckers.
That's who it was. And you still stand by that?
Yes.
Matter of fact.
and that's just, is it just all UConn ladies? Is that, and how does UConn become your favorite team?
Because I just hear about the people in there.
Because they win a lot, right?
Then I watched them play basketball, and then I like them.
Right.
Despite Gino's outburst, he is, you know, I like how he develops athletes.
He's an amazing coach.
Yep.
And I mean, you can't take that away from him. It happens. We see worse than that probably at travel ball coaches, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you name dropped, and I'm excited about this because one of the things that I love, we talk about culture a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to a girls' basketball game here in the county, Coach Jolly's going to be there most of the time. Are you excited about getting an opportunity to play on a team that's coached by the high school coach?
Yes.
Have you done anything with Coach Jolly before? Have you been on any of his teams?
No, not before.
He's he's a good coach. I think a lot of Daryl Jolly. One of my favorite memories of the alumni game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got a technical in a charity game.
We didn't even get to go to that, so that's hilarious. I didn't even know that.
Well, it was so funny because we weren't sure that the real referees were going to show up.
Right.
And they came, and to my knowledge, they didn't get paid. They chose not to get paid. They were there. They donated their payback. It was an amazing night. But what happened was Coach Jolly's daughter was playing on the alumni team, and they called a foul on her. And Coach Jolly went ballistic. He said, "You can't call foul on my daughter." And it was hilarious because the referee didn't know. He had no idea that this was going on. And so, and Coach Jolly's in Coach Jolly form. I mean, he's chewing you up one side, down the other. And then all of a sudden, the light bulb came on, and the guy realized it really was Coach Jolly's daughter and that it was all for fun. And he did give him a technical, though. So it was but that's the kind of coach that you're going to be playing with. Do you like playing for a fiery coach like that?
Yes.
You do?
She needs it.
I like people yelling.
You like people yelling?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
It looks as good.
Yeah.
You just wait. I didn't know you liked being yelled at.
What?
No, I mean.
I'm just kidding.
But that means that you're getting coached, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you respond really well to that. Well, now I talked to you. It's been a little bit, and I've been watching your videos and some of the things. What kind of workouts are you doing now?
Well, I go to training and stuff with Fitz, and I used to go with Nick, and we do like mid-range shooting, and we do like dribbling and stuff, and yeah.
So if I were to ask you, you're getting ready to play this weekend, and the folks know that the Reaper is coming to town, what are you known for? Are you known for your defense? You known for your shooting?
I'm probably known for my defense.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite part of the game?
Probably like shooting it.
Well, and that's the right answer, by the way. You're supposed to, and that's what I tell everybody. I get in trouble because I'm the announcer, and when they come and they check in, I always tell them, "You're open, shoot." And they ain't even got on the court yet. What's the point of doing all that practice if you're not going to shoot, right? And I had Coach Jolly on the show, and he brought his seniors with him. And while they were here, I made him give Anna Carter the green light that she could shoot a three-pointer. And she did.
Yes, she did.
She did. But I made him say it on public radio, so she had proof that it was okay to shoot. Do you like the three-pointer? Or do you?
Yes. But I can't really make a lot of them.
How come? You got to grow into it. It's tough.
She's a great mid-range shooter, though.
Really?
That's what we've kind of drilled onto her because a lot of people can't do that.
Well, here's what I see, and I tell my girls this all the time. They don't even play anymore, but if they get stuck watching a game with me, you're a guard. You got to shoot free throws. How are you from the free throw line?
Pretty good.
That didn't sound very convincing.
It's very good, actually.
How many free throws do you shoot a day?
Sometimes I just go outside and I just shoot around, and I try to make 5 in a row because one time she told me that if you can make 5 free throws in a row, then you can shoot a 3.
Did that work, Mom?
Well, she shoots threes better now, so.
So I can make 5 free throws in a row.
I kind of banned threes because she was just chucking it up there and not using any kind of form, and I'm very strict on form.
So. Well, and I tell people that a lot. The technique that you're learning now, you'll grow into the other stuff,
right?
But
exactly.
You don't outgrow.
Yep.
Honestly, you guys do that. I still do that, and I'm 100 years old. I got my form, got my Jordans. That's all good. Well, so what? I guess that would be my question then. So you're good on defense.
Mm-hmm.
The mid range is good. Mm-hmm. What is it that you're working on the most?
I'm probably working on keeping my eyes up and fast pace and stuff.
Yeah, she played with a Nike team a couple weeks ago, and they were a 5th grade team playing up in 6th grade. But it's a really big program because they're Nike sponsored. The pace that those girls pushed was something that I think our middle school girls they could probably keep up with them.
And they were a very good team.
Yeah, they beat a team
They beat
72-6.
They beat
72-6.
A sixth grade team.
And then the first game we were down by like 16 points, and we came back and won.
They did good. So
well, I'm gonna ask you a question that comes from an old, crusty man, okay? Because this drives me nuts. Do your tennis shoes match? Do you wear two different colored shoes?
No.
Do you think that's dumb?
No, I think it looks cool.
I was trying to trick you because Nicasia wears two different colored shoes, but it drives me crazy.
that's just the style, ain't it?
And they're not even the color of your team.
I know, but you gotta get shoes that look cool.
Monte Johnson, he wore Uno shoes last season. It was Uno card game red and black and yellow. I mean, every time I saw him, I wanted him to just draw 4. It was awful.
That's what color your shoes are. They're neon red.
Yeah,
but like they matched with the Fury team.
Oh yeah, they aren't gonna match with the FC team this weekend though.
I know, but like white can pretty much go with anything too.
So you're playing with the FC team this weekend?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna be this weekend?
Nashville. Yeah.
Now I've reached out to your mom. When are you gonna be playing local again? Anytime soon?
Yes.
Oh no.
We don't know.
You don't, because I mean that's and it's funny, and I bring that up on purpose because one of the things we'll say there's nothing for our kids to do here, and we need a community center, and we have these amazing gyms, and we don't play.
Yeah.
Here local.
And I don't know whose responsibility that is. I know that there's certain tournaments that you use that first tournament we played at the high school.
Right.
But then sometimes it's that same guy's tournaments, and he plays in Murfreesboro, or he'll play in Lebanon, and so I don't know.
Because I've messaged you, I would love to come watch some of these games, but when y'all talk travel ball, you really travel. I mean, you're not.
Yeah, but some of these teams are travel. Like speaking of Nike again, their nationals are in Chicago.
Right.
They have got a session in Las Vegas. These are like 7th and 8th graders.
And I know Kenzie Arnold.
Yep.
I was her first basketball coach. Can you believe that? Coached her to her first championship in the 4th grade. I take a lot of credit for how good she is. She does not agree. But she played last year. I know they played in Houston, and and some of those. As you get older, is that the level of competition that you want to do? Is that the game plan?
Yes.
So you love, and I'll ask you because I've got both my girls I'm not allowed to call them beauty pageants. They're scholarship pageants. But they travel around, and it's the same group. Is that how it is in basketball? Do you have a big group of friends, and you see them all? It's the same girls all the time, or do you get to play against a lot of different girls?
Probably a lot of different girls.
Yeah, it depends on the tournament.
Yeah.
Like the ones in Middle Tennessee, it's a lot of the same teams.
Right.
But then you go to Coleman, it's still a lot of the same teams, but it's different teams. And then you get to the bigger ones,
right.
like our 8th grade team is playing in Chattanooga this weekend. There'll probably be teams from all over the country at that one. Wow. It just depends on the tournament.
And do you like that? Is it more fun to play against other girls that you know, or is it more fun to it's a stranger? Because I can tell you, a lot of folks don't realize I sing, and I love singing somewhere where nobody's heard me sing before because it surprises them that this chunky old gray-haired dude sings okay. It's not amazing. You've never heard of me, Reaper, so you know.
Sing a song good.
What?
Sing song.
You hit a 3-pointer, and I will.
I did hit a 3-pointer.
Did you?
She made her first 3 a couple weekends ago in game.
Really?
She made 2 that weekend.
That was your first one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that now when you hit that first one, were you just done for the game? Now you're going to shoot 3-pointers all the time?
No.
Pretty much, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I see that a lot. Once that first one goes in, all of a sudden, then you feel like you gotta shoot them. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta stay inside. How do you prepare? Because you play a lot. How do you prepare? How do you get yourself motivated to get up and play when it's game time?
I just stay in my head. I'm like, you got this.
Do you? So you're admitting on public radio that you talk to yourself?
No.
That's what you just said.
That's
You do some.
not what I said.
Didn't you say you do some visualization too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that, the manifestation stuff? They say if you visualize it, that it makes it easier to happen. You see the ball going in. Have you ever just shot it and turned around and started walking the other way because you knew it was going in?
No, but like I've done that when I was practicing before. I used to do that very bad. I would just be at a place and I'd be like,
Interesting. Well, so that would be me. I'd be bad for that. Of course, my wife will tell you I do that, but then I don't make the shot. So it's bad. I'm really bad. That's my bowling thing. I bowl and then I turn around and usually I'll bow or something before it even gets to the pins, and it doesn't always go very well. Truth be told, it rarely goes very.
That's all right. You gotta have confidence in yourself, if anything.
horrible at bowling.
What? And I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to ask you. You play basketball and you play basketball a lot. What else do you enjoy playing?
Well, I used to play soccer, and I was really good at it. And we played 3 seasons, and one
Kind of
season.
decided it wasn't for you, didn't you?
Yeah, one season we didn't even win anything.
Yeah, but her very first season. Yeah.
And then the second season we won all but one where we tied.
Right.
And then the third season we also did that.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I was name dropping Kinsey because I love her and I was her first coach. What I didn't tell you, Reaper, is that my first season we lost every game. My second season we won the championship. My third season we lost every game.
But it happens.
And then I retired. And so, but. And you probably didn't know this, and I'm proud of this. At the end of the season, 3 of the 5 starters I coached. I was their first coach on the girls' team. So see, if you need any tips or anything, I think what they did was whatever I told them, they did the opposite, and it worked out really well for them.
This is the basketball researcher.
This is your basketball.
I research everything now.
Every single time she sees a video about basketball, she's like, "Okay, Lana, so I saved this video for you. I need you to watch it."
Well, what's the? I'm sure that this has happened. What's one of the best tips that you've gotten from the research goddess over here?
Oh no, she gives me a lot of good tips.
Oh, thank you.
What? Wow! Look at that, a little pat on the back there. So many tips you can't. What do you think has been your biggest input, biggest impact on her game?
I feel like just trying to get her to be confident. Like, I don't care if she goes out there and airballs every shot. I mean, that's not ideal.
Right.
But, like, I just want you to get out there and give me 100%.
Right.
That's it.
And, you know,
that's what I preach.
And effort is one of those things that it doesn't matter how good an athlete you are if you don't try.
And it's not even just about basketball. Like, just whatever you do, give 100% effort in everything that you do.
That's right.
And on the Blue Star thing again, I just remembered it. I got on the standout list.
Oh yeah.
Yep. How many people make the standout list?
I don't know, but they got my height very wrong.
Very wrong.
They said I was 5 foot.
Yeah.
Reaper, you are not 5 foot.
No.
I'm barely even 4'9".
Well, I did. You know, I added an inch or two when I signed her up. But then they put her at 5 foot. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
5 feet tall. They don't put your weight or anything on there.
There's 17 girls on this list.
And you said there were about 100 girls there?
Yep.
17? Were you the only 5th grader on the list?
There were 2.
Two
yeah,
fifth
there were 2.
Yep.
Where's the other lady from?
Arizona.
You got your eye on her?
She was taller than me.
Really?
Oh, I thought it was that one on Destiny's team. Like the shorter one. She was in 6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, listen, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Going to wrap up the final hour here. We've got the Reaper in studio. It is the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
At Citizens Community Bank, we're here to make your banking easy and convenient. Whether you're visiting us in person at our main location at 1418 Dinah Shore Boulevard in Winchester, or others in Deckard and Huntland, or managing your money on the go with our secure mobile app, we've got you covered. Call us today at 931-967-3342. That's Citizens Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC. Your trusted partner in banking for over 30 years.
Hey folks, I'm Johnny Hand from WCDT, the home for Franklin County Athletics. From Friday night football to every big game in between, we're proud to bring you all the action that keeps our community cheering. Want to be part of that excitement? We'd love to talk with you about advertising and other great opportunities to support our local athletes. So give us a call today at 931-967-2201 or stop by the station at 1201 South College Street right here in Winchester. WCDT Winchester. We are Franklin County.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The FCHS Rebel Pride Band is inviting the community to its spring concert on Thursday, April 9th at 6 p.m. in the Franklin County High School Auditorium. This free concert will feature student musicians showcasing their hard work and preparation from the spring semester. Donations will be accepted at the door to support the band program. Community members are encouraged to attend and support the talented students as they take the stage for an evening of music. In other school news, Franklin County Schools are celebrating Assistant Principal Appreciation Week. District leaders are recognizing assistant principals across the middle schools, high school, and Huntland for their daily commitment to students and staff. Honorees include Dr. K and Mr. Davis at North Middle, Mr. Dawson at South Middle, Miss Spray and Mr. Carr at Huntland, and Mr. Cowan, Mr. Gilmore, and Mr. Conroy at Franklin County High School. Officials say assistant principals play a vital role in supporting instruction, maintaining school culture, and ensuring student success. Meanwhile, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office is continuing to warn residents about ongoing scams targeting our community. Officials report an increase in phone calls and text messages claiming to be from law enforcement or government agencies. Scammers may threaten arrest for missed jury duty, unpaid fines, warrants, or traffic violations and demand immediate payment. The Sheriff's Office reminds residents that deputies will never call and request money. Citizens are urged not to share personal or banking information, not to send money under pressure, and to be cautious of anyone demanding urgent or confidential action. Anyone who believes they may have been targeted by a scam is encouraged to contact the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Authorities also ask residents to share scam alerts to help protect others in the community. For more local news and updates, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
When it comes to caring for your loved ones, choose a name you can trust. Inhabit Home Health in Winchester, located at 2068 Cowan Highway. We're here to provide compassionate professional care right in the comfort of your own home. From skilled nursing to therapy services, our team is dedicated to helping you or your loved ones achieve the best quality of life. Call Inhabit Home Health today at 931-967-0633 to learn more about our personalized care plans.
Mornings start here with the starting lineup. Weekdays from 7 to 9 on ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Back to the Afternoon Handoff, powered by ESPN Radio Winchester and hosted by the one and only voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Now back to Johnny.
And welcome back. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio. Got the Reaper, Mama Reaper, the Reaper crew in studio here on ESPN Radio 1340 1061 WCDT Winchester. And Reaper, got to ask you, so we talk about the sports stuff. I'm married to a school teacher. How are we doing in the classroom?
Very good. I've gotten all my whole school career. I've only made one B.
It was an 89.
See, that's not impressive. My whole school career, I only made one B too.
Look, now you got competition.
Well, no, that was the only B I ever made. The rest of it was D's and F's and C's.
Oh, I make all A's. So.
You missed. That was a great dad joke. And I've
Wait, just a kid's show
I know, it's like.
I got more. But you don't get to be on
Keep on wire, DJ Crux. That's right. But I had to ask you that because that's important. So only one B ever? What was it in?
It was in ELA, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know. It was an 89.
Language arts.
Probably wasn't in ELA.
I bet it wasn't. I bet it was
Because
math or
last
science.
year I got 1 point away from my perfect score.
On her TCAP
on
score.
TCAP on ELA.
1 point away.
She scored a 499.
449.
Oh, 449. Just kidding. I don't know. It was 1 point away.
What's up? Now, is that the kind of stuff? So they're going to find out when they see you. You're not 5 feet tall.
Nope.
But when they start recruiting you, they're going to find out that you're smart, right?
Yes.
Do you enjoy the schoolwork part of it?
The schoolwork?
What's your favorite class? You're an author, so you got to say ELA.
ELA.
Do you get to do some? I'm trying to remember 5th grade. My girls are 11th graders. 5th grade, do you get to do some writing? Except when you get to the middle school, they do a lot of writing, stories, and fun stuff. When I say a lot of writing, I know that doesn't always sound exciting.
I love writing.
Do you do poetry too?
No. I'm not good at poetry.
What?
I was trying to write
You're like
poetry.
a novelist, aren't
I was
you?
trying to write poetry one time. I was like,
What rhymes
the
with
horse
reaper?
jumped over the fence. And also in math right now, I like math right now too, because we're like learning about like how like say it's like you got 320 feet, you gotta like equal like how many yards that is. You have to do like this stuff on the side like 1 yard equals 3 feet, and we're also doing like how to like convert gallons into cups and stuff.
So I still the feet thing I know because I do football, so I know yards and feet. But don't ask me anything about gallons and cups. I'm lost.
How many ounces is in a gallon?
64. Am I right? What's up? You thought I was gonna be dumb, didn't you? I'm still upset that you didn't get my cool joke about the only B I ever got.
I did. I thought you meant you got all A's after.
Oh gosh, no.
But never mind.
There's no it's embarrassing. We hit all my old report cards when the girls started to go into school because they're very good. Of course, mom's a school teacher, and so they have to be. But so it is important you keep up. How do you keep up with all this stuff with all the practices and the games and stuff that you play?
I just like make time for stuff. I try to finish my homework, and then most of the time I just try to go outside and stuff.
So you already talked. You've already got this Wednesday afternoon planned out. You're going home to do your homework so you can hit the chocolate milk.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm having chocolate milk during homework.
During homework. It sounds like you probably earned it.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Well, I got to ask you. You play a lot of basketball. Is there an off season for you? Are you do you take the summer off?
No, not really.
No.
Like the past 2 summers, I've been having basketball practice.
Yeah. It's probably between like the end of the season and like when AAU starts. There's a couple months.
Is there? Now that changes at the middle school level.
It does.
Right?
It does. Yeah.
Because I know
there may be like a month in between. I'm trying to think of when they ended.
In that scene, I have cheerleaders.
And they don't ever stop.
No, they had, which is this year they had 2 weeks. Last year, the girls' basketball tournament ended on Monday. They had cheer tryouts, not that Wednesday, but the next Wednesday.
Yeah, she was telling me about all the stuff they have to do. Every single week they have to go to different camps, and they have to do it. They have to go to practice like every day, and they have to do.
And then like when sports start, like because I cheered at Huntland, you get to cheer on the football team, and then when basketball starts, they're playing multiple games a week at multiple different places. So you got that. Plus, you still have to go to practice.
Tuesdays and Thursdays they start practicing. They're getting measured for their uniforms, which is kind of hurting my daddy heart because they're going to be seniors next year. So I'm not handling it very well, Reaper. I'm not ready.
I'm about to graduate from 5th grade.
Yep.
And and you had a better experience than they did. They were in 5th grade when COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
And so they didn't get to graduate or any of that stuff, but.
We could
do
a lot of fun stuff.
Was that your pre-K or kindergarten year? Whichever one, she didn't get to have a graduation for that either. So.
Yeah, I didn't get to have pre-K or kindergarten.
Yeah. They were bummed. We ordered the little cap and gown, and they graduated in the living room.
Aww.
But they got cell phones, and so they were fine.
That made it.
Yeah, I've still got I embarrass them. The video shows up every year on the anniversary, and it just crying.
Oh, that's so precious.
Big sissies. they don't like that video very much. So then I have to post it. So you be on the lookout for that.
I'll look for it.
That'll happen. But and you do that. Do you? Who does all your video work? You post a lot of stuff. You stay pretty active on social media.
She posts all my stuff and she edits it and she asks me what songs I want to put.
Because that helps a lot with the recruiting, I would imagine.
Yeah. I was not very big on putting her on social media. I mean,
Yeah.
even on my own personal page. But the more she was like, I want to go D1.
Right.
And I know she's only 10, but I was just like, okay, if this is what you want to do, I guess I need to figure out like
Right.
what's the deal, because it's different than like when I was in school and when you were in school. Like nowadays, it's like colleges recruit from AAU and travel ball. They don't tend to come to just the high school games anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
So most of these girls that are getting heavily recruited, they have social media. I know 7th graders that have offers.
Right.
They're not committable, but like colleges are already looking at them.
Weren't you telling me about that girl who went to the Blue Star camp?
Mhm.
She's in 8th grade.
She's in 7th grade.
I thought you said she just turned 8th grade.
Wait, okay. I don't know who you're talking about.
That girl with like the curly hair.
They all have curly hair.
Oh, that's what
Not
I'm
me.
saying.
Well, but you said that, and I immediately thought of here in Winchester,
Yep.
Ashton Danley.
Yep.
You know, she plays softball, but she got her offer from Florida State in the 7th grade, and
Exactly.
she now she plays for Florida State.
So, and a lot of people are like, oh, middle school rankings don't matter. They don't. At the end of the day,
Right.
a lot of kids grow and they decide in high school, I don't want to play anymore. But I just told her, look, as long as you put in the work, I'll help you get the opportunities and on this side of it, which she doesn't have a whole lot of access to that. I might show her, hey, this is the video that I made or something, but she doesn't see comments or anything like that.
Right.
I shield her, which I've got it locked down,
Right.
Only people that.
She lets me comment on other people's videos. She asked me what I want to say.
That was on Balin's video.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's family
That's
stuff.
family. You can do that.
And Nin.
Yeah, Brennan and Balin.
I know, and and you said that, and I laughed. My mom is the only other Nan I've ever known, and so now I get to call Brinley that. So she started she started doing track this year as an 8th grader. Have you come out and watched her do anything yet?
No, but I've seen her. I saw her win one.
We saw her videos that her mama posted.
They're going to be they're going to be at the high school tomorrow, this ETC meet. So they'll be north and south and east
Over
and
here?
west. Yeah.
What time will that be?
4 o'clock.
You
Oh
can go.
man! Oh yay! I can.
You can.
Right?
You need
Unless y'all got something to do. Your practice isn't until 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out and check that out. And where I'm going with that is, I know that your cousins, it's something, and it's really unusual at 8th grade to try something new. One of my daughters, Jenna, decided she's going to play volleyball 8th grade. That did not go over very well. But it's hard at 8th grade. But Nan is trying that this year, and it's been a lot of fun to watch her. Do you think that when you get to middle school, you'll try some other sports maybe? See what you like?
I'm gonna do track.
You are going to do track? What event do you have your eye on?
I think we were just talking about, which one is it? The sprints? I think
Yeah.
that's what you're
The other day, Babe was like, "You do not want to do track." She was like, the track meets are like 5 hours long.
She lied to you. They're like 7.
Even worse.
Track meets are an event. But they're a lot of fun because what happens at the track meet, they do the field events first, but you have to wait for them to be over before you can do the running events. And so I'm the announcer for track 2 at the high school. We were there. The track meet started at 10 o'clock. The last event finished, I made the last announcement like 4:30. That's 6.5 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. But you get to see a lot of different events. I think it's pretty cool. We have a pole vault. They don't do that in middle school.
A what?
We have pole vault. They run down the pole.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like that. But you know what's really cool? We have a young lady and we have a young man in college right now that are pole vaulters. Shelby Walker is pole vaulting in Maryville, and Daniel Heath is pole vaulting at Carson Newman. And so you never know. And you know Tyson Kennerly. I laughed at TK last year. He became a pole vaulter. the pole is longer than your car. They duct taped the pole onto the side of their car to drive it to the track meets. And I got stuck behind him, and I honked at him the whole way. It was the funniest thing. But track is exciting because you can find some stuff. And I think Nin's it's been fun for her. She thought she was going to show up and just outrun everybody, and she's been pushed pretty good, which is good. But she does really well, and it's a lot of fun to watch them. But they have distance runners. You don't want to do you don't want to run a couple miles.
I've run 2 miles before.
They have
nonstop.
No.
Okay.
They have at the track meets the 3200, which is 2 miles. That's 8 laps around the track.
I think Bobby in Alabama. I think he went to state in track for
Really?
it was some. I can't remember what it was. It was sprinting, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask him next time you see him.
And we've got some athletes that we had 4 school records set last week at the track meet.
That's awesome.
And Brandon Walker, our big boy basketball player, you know how he set the school record for the high jump. He is like
as he should.
I want to do the high jump.
You want to do that?
You know how high he jumps?
I can't jump that high.
He's like 6. I think he's up to 6'6" now. He high jumped 6'8". He jumped over a bar taller than him.
I probably can't even jump 2 feet.
That's all right. Hey, he trains for it, right? That's what practice makes progress.
And
right?
going to college to do that.
Yep.
He's going on a full ride track scholarship, going to Rice University in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
And he grew up in Cowan.
Yep.
I've known him literally since he was born, and so dream big, keep doing your stuff. I love watching you compete. So what's next? What you got going on? You're playing this weekend in Chattanooga, Nashville.
Yeah.
I thought it was Franklin. Is
That's
Franklin in Nashville? Oh.
Yeah,
that's
that's the part of Nashville that smells better.
Well, then the next week I'll probably practice again with him.
Mhm.
He said I can play
Mhm.
for them. And then
I think the focus really is like training and getting ready for tryouts.
Training.
When are the tryouts for South? They're probably coming up pretty
I figured
soon.
they'd post them soon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was really weird. It's a zoning thing. They put out the last year there was a cheerleader that made one of the teams, and then the zoning issue came up, and so now they haven't had cheer trials or anything at the middle school yet. They haven't.
I know, Bobby coached Broadview. I know that we had tryouts, and then they came back and were like, y'all weren't supposed to have these until like the last day of school at least. So I know that.
Wait, when?
Last year.
Yeah, North
For
cheer
Broadview?
tryouts are not until May.
Yeah.
And so South will be the same.
I
would imagine probably some of that stuff. And then y'all practice all summer long. How are you going to
practice?
So all summer you'll do middle school basketball and
So as long as I make the
travel.
team, you got to go out there and try out first, don't you?
We talked about this confidence thing.
Yeah.
Tell Coach Mikey about that 1B.
Yeah.
I'll tell him about my one. I'll tell him about my 1B too.
And D's and F's. So you can't be talking.
You know what's really bad? This is a true story. I went to 7 elementary schools and 4 high schools. And lived in 3 different states.
I've only gone to 1 elementary school.
My daughters did the same. And you want to know how old I am? I know when the 3-point line came into high school basketball because it was my senior year of high school.
Do you remember that coach that talked to y'all this weekend? She talked about that. It was like in the 80s, right?
1985.
She was talking about, she was like, if you visualize it, it might happen.
Is that
what?
She was like,
I don't remember that.
She was talking about, she's like, if you visualize it.
Well, now I need a commitment from you because I know Coach Jolly really, really well. And I know Coach Mikey too. You're working on this 3-pointer. If you start hitting 3-pointers, will you still play defense?
Yes.
You better.
You promise? Because that's the first thing that goes. Once you start hitting 3-pointers, you don't want to play defense anymore. You're just always open. Sometimes they don't even come down the other side of the court.
Oh, no. So we don't do that.
Hey, what? Oh.
We don't
Like
know.
they just sit back.
What do
waiting on
y'all
the ball.
call it? We called it sandbagging in my day, cherry picking. What do y'all call it now when they don't come down and play defense?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. We don't have nobody that does that, really.
You don't allow that, do you? Of course, at the level you play, y'all push each other pretty good.
Yeah.
I played with the 8th grade on Fury.
Are you excited? Are there some of your teammates coming to South with you?
Yes.
Who?
Anna.
Yeah, Maddie's sister.
Montana ain't coming.
No, Montana's going to North. She's got to play for her aunt.
Got to play for her aunt. I gave her a hard time when I saw her last time. Kenzie did the same thing.
Yeah, I get it.
I said, your dad's SRO officer. He has a gun. You got to come to South. But that did not work. Aunt Tammy trumped on. I think Aunt Tammy's sticking around for Montana.
Yeah. I think it'll be good for her.
So that'd be good for them.
Yeah.
That'll be very good.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see you in the green and the gold coming up next season. Are you excited about the North-South matchups?
Yes, because I like when there's I like hearing everybody yelling.
And I tell everybody, we can play at Tullahoma, we can play at Shelby. There is nowhere that South will play that is more loud and aggressive than North.
And yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
You'll get a little bit. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that I like hearing the cheerleaders yelling over each other.
Oh yeah, the cheer competitions against each other too. It is. It's a thing.
I've seen that too. I get it. But I'm glad you're staying local. Glad you're heading to South. I'm a little partial. Love my Gator fans. I'm gonna get in trouble. I said that in the North's track coach and boys basketball coach for next year, Peyton Miller, is going to be in studio tomorrow. So I probably just got in trouble. Thank you, Reaper. I appreciate that. Anything else you want to say, Ugly, before we get off here? Thank you for coming by. I hope you had a great time this past weekend. Been a lot of fun following you do your thing. Wanted you to come on. I was very jealous about your weekend. Glad you had a good time. Keep putting in that work. Keep shooting. You're open.
Yeah, have that mindset.
You're always open.
Yep.
That's what it's all about. That was a lot better looking form than anything I ever put up. I was too busy in the classroom getting my 1B.
And your 1,000 B's and F's.
Not quite at that, but maybe 100. Come on now, let's be reasonable. If you can claim to be 5 feet, I can claim to be an honor roll student.
Well, I don't claim to be 5 feet. I deny it.
Well, I didn't claim to be an honor roll student either. Dang it, we're both just too honest, Reaper. But I appreciate you coming on. Look forward to seeing you play. You'll keep me posted, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Keep doing your thing. It's a lot of fun watching you play. And how about before we end this show, can I get a Go Trojans?
Go Trojans.
We'll work on it. But you have been tuning in. This is the Afternoon Handoff. Tune in tomorrow, Therapy Thursday. You know Joe's going to have a big couch tomorrow. Be gentle. We love Joe. Chewy will be back in studio, and then I'll be right back here with you tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 4. Coach Peyton Miller in studio with me tomorrow on her way to the CTC track meet that the Reaper has said she's going to go watch Nin run at tomorrow before practice. So thank you for tuning in. This has been the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
It's now time for your obituaries on ESPN Radio Winchester, courtesy